Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And, of course, good morning, mini Motorways. Let's go to Vancouver for today's daily challenge. We will have tunnels that do not require road tiles, and we will get double road tiles. I seem to remember Samurai Sam not too long ago saying, man, Mini Motorways has been on a real kick of being dicks with challenges. It's been a long time since we had stuff that was just good. Well, Sam? Well, how do you feel about free tunnels? Although here in Vancouver, I don't believe that's really going to matter much. But double road tiles is nice. We'll take double road tile all the way. You go over here with your dark blue self. We do, of course, have the main issue with Vancouver is this little isthmus. Does this count as an isthmus? This little narrowy bit. Listen, to the best of my understanding of my middle school geography lessons, an isthmus. Gonna try that again. An isthmus is just a little narrowy bit in like land. It seems right. I don't know how. There's supposed to be a way to say that word smoothly and properly and correctly, but oh boy. All right, let's try this. We'll do that, and we'll have a PCTL right about there.
Hear ye! Let the record show that this viewer was here first.
Perfectly cromulent traffic light goes right about there. Bears off to the left, goes down to this business. We have these 5 yellow houses. They shall serve these 2 yellow enterprises, and all shall be right with the world. Hopefully. Hi there, gray thing. You're annoying. I don't have a bridge, and I do have a motorway, so you'll never guess what we're gonna... Hi there, gray things. Plural. Well... I still don't have a bridge, and I do still have a motorway, so... Fucker. One of these days, it's gonna become an actual issue that I just swear all the time on these. If you ever, sit down and actually watch a popular, truly successful YouTuber, streamer, creator of video products on the internet, that's a thing that they don't do. So, maybe more self-defeating than I realize when it comes to profanity. On the other hand, Let's see here. We'll take a bridge. That'll be fun. Don't really want to eliminate motorway number 1, although I could, now that I have the bridge, I could theoretically split these 2 grays, like have 2 grays bridge themselves up this way, and have 2 grays motorway themselves like so. And that would get us back to our guiding principles of 1B and 1R and all that. That probably does seem like a good idea, doesn't it? Damn it. Wait, hold. Hold on. If you get a friend, if we get another gray house in like this part of the world, we'll definitely cross False Creek. What's weird is they call it False Creek, and yet you do need a bridge to get over it. So it seems like a pretty true creek to me, you know? I don't want to get over here and start referencing Eliza Dushku's 4th most notable television program. But it does seem like... Is that right? You've got Buffy, obviously. And you've got Dollhouse. I figured Dollhouse, given that it was a true Eliza Dushku vehicle and it ran for a few seasons, Dollhouse is probably more notable than True Calling. And then the question becomes, what is number 3? It probably is True Calling now that I think about it, because the only other TV show I can think of that like was supposed to feature Eliza Dushku was Bull. And Bull has the disadvantage of, 1, she joined the cast midstream as it had already been a thing when she was going to join the cast. And then 2, she didn't actually really properly join the cast. Like, she was on for a little while, and then it turned into a nightmare for her to the point where they took her off the show, and she sued and made millions of dollars. So, good for you, Eliza Dushku. But, yeah, okay, we're going to upgrade True Calling to Eliza Dushku's 3rd most prominent TV role. Good for you. Now then, we've got another gray house over here, which is irksome. Not going to lie. So what we're going to do is, I think we're going to move motorway number 1, pop over to here. We're going to kill this little hooky-loopy road. And then we're gonna... See, the thing is, it's nice and obvious and simple to have these 2 grays just straight shot up to there. But, and this is the problem, we've got these 3 grays and this house. So, I think, actually, the thing we might ought to want to do is this, and then have these 3 grays come out like so, and they're the ones what service this business. That does seem a little bit ucky, but it gets all the grays trafficked and businessed and such, which is really what you're looking for. Sam, what's your favorite Eliza Dushku TV show? Question that I know I'm not going to get an answer to, but, you know. Let's see. We've got these 2 blues. If I had a bridge, this would be very straightforward and easy. As it is, we're going to wait until the weekend and hope we get a bridge. I don't have a plan B. Well, I'll have to come up with another plan if I don't get a bridge. One that will probably involve... using a motorway as a temporary bridge, honestly. Here, motorway number 2, straight shot over there. World's most obvious, replace me with a bridge motorway. History of the world and all that. What I could do, and this would probably be a little bit more permanent of a solution, and therefore not something I feel like doing, is, let's grab you over there. Oh, hey, well, we've also got this green business. Oh, God. Game, stop giving me obvious bridge situations that I can't properly bridge. So while we wait for another bridge to grab these greens and go boom straight down into here with, like, you can see the need for the bridge right here. I'll replace this blue to come at this plaza from the south. We've got... Game! Oh my God. Okay. Alright, listen, it's Sunday. We're gonna get either a bridge or a motorway, and we're gonna figure stuff out. Given a moment. We've got a bridge. Okay. So, here's what we're gonna do. Here's the plan. We're gonna take these grays, and we're actually going to loop them in this way. We're going to reclaim one of these bridges. These grays are going to go down this way, and then up here like so. So now we have 6 grays coming out here. Boop and boop. And we're actually going to put the... yeah, you know, we can afford this with road tiles. Let's just do that. We'll have the traffic light for this way down here so as not to risk creating a traffic jam or anything. So we have these 6 gray houses on this road come up this way. PCTL right here. You take a left, you go to this business. You go straight, you go to that one. That'll be fine. Meanwhile, you remember when I was saying these 6 grays? I lied because... we're going to redraw motorway number 1 so as to come right this way. Yeah, let's put the off-ramp right there like so. You will doot and doot, and then from here you'll doot and up to there. This will want to be a PCTL at some point. We don't necessarily have that at the moment, but we'll get there. Next, wait, I think I might be running out of things. Hold on. You, and you, and you, and if we do that, then we still don't have anything for that. Fuck. All right, well, hold on. We can boop you, and boop you, and boop you. This feels bad, this thing that I've just done. Also, at some point, this yellow went circular, so... Oh, right. I was reclaiming an extra bridge. All right, hold on. Screw you and you. Motorway number 2 can... Right, so I've got another bridge, which is good. What I can do is have these 2 yellows. The long-term plan is going to be for these yellows to come up here, serve this business. These 2 yellows right here are going to have motorway number 2, like so. Once motorway number 2 resituates itself, we'll redraw this as the bridge it was always meant to be. Oh my god. Alright, that's actually fine for the moment. You straight shot over to there. These blues go there. These yellows go there. These 1, 2, 3 grays support these 1, 2 businesses, which is a problem. Okay. For now, we still really want at least one more bridge, but for right now, this is okay. Every business is being serviced. All right. Dear Lord, is there even caffeine in this Baja Blast Zero Sugar? Ah, yes there is. 68 milligrams per 12 fluid ounces. That feels like a fair whack of caffeine. Okay. I heard a thing while I was looking at a soda can. What happened? I don't know. But we'll take another motorway. And having been thusly possessed of a motorway, there's no great... Well, let's do this thing I intended to do. We're going to kill that traffic light. We're going to kill that road connection. And now, we're going to draw the world's most stupidest motorway, motorway number 3, to get these 2 yellows into this yellow business. That will do several things for me. 1, it restores the natural balance of 1B and 1R, which is good. 2, it allows me to dedicate these 5 houses solely to the support and maintenance of this yellow circle, which is good. 3, by reclaiming this traffic light, it allows me to put it right there, which is how I drew this road. So the traffic comes up here off of motorway number 1 into... Oh, hi, we got a whole bunch of dark blue houses. You know... oh, maybe you went circular. That's what happened. That was the sound I heard and couldn't recognize. This this business went circular, which is another reason to restore a blue house to this roadway. Great. So, traffic comes off of motorway number 1, goes into this traffic light. If it goes straight, it goes to this business. If it peels left, it goes to this double plaza. Actually, this kind of sort of just works right now. Like... I actually almost don't hate this. It looks ugly as fuck, this whole motorway thing, but it kind of just works. Not gonna lie, it does kind of just work. So, that's nice. Got that going for you. You 2 blue houses are swell over here. You are a... Ooh. Oh, that's ucky. I don't necessarily care for that, but you know what? We can accommodate. It will involve... moving the traffic light up to here, which is fine and doable. Listen, I didn't say it would be pretty, but I did say it would be doable. There. That is called good road crafting, or something. I don't know. World of Roadcraft is a probably terrible video game, but it is one of the titles of the episode. You've got your construction workers, they're dwarves, and yeah, it'll be fun. World of Roadcraft. Me personally, I was a big fan of Roadcraft 2, not the remakes. The remakes of Roadcraft 2 were just terrible. Man. For an industry that really does love them a remake and a remaster, video game industry is not consistently good at them, which is a sad thing. Let's take a motorway here. Is there anything I can replace motorway-wise? I could, and, well, now there's something I need to do with this motorway, so it's got that. You go up that way. Let's just kill this, and we'll have you provide extra support for this now that we have 3 going here. Do we have another light blue that might want to come into being in order to serve this thing up here? Maybe? No? Okay. That's a shame. Let's grab motorway number 4, draw that, kill that. So now I have 2 different motorways that really want to be bridges, but I don't have enough bridges for that, so. I could have, and perhaps in the long term I will want to when I get another bridge, take one of these motorways, peel these 2 gray houses over to here, and then just murder chop this traffic light and all of this road. That seems like a thing to do for the future that will be generally good. Doesn't really need to happen now or anytime soon for that matter. But it might as well happen now. Let's take a bridge. I think we'll go ahead and kill motorway number 3 on account of it being the stupider of the motorways. And now we've got another light blue business that will need 2 tending. Okay. You and you will grab motorway number 3 once it's redrawn, like so. So you 2 light blues go over there. The 2 of you serve that business. Meanwhile, we draw this. Look at how aesthetically pleasing that little bridge is. Look at this little bridge. Oh, it's such a cute little bridge. Don't ever go circular. You yellow business, if you go circular, I'm gonna have to do something other than this adorable little bridge. I love this adorable little bridge. This adorable little bridge, one of the titles of the episode. Let's see here. You go over there. Okay. So these 5 yellows serve that. These grays and blues are working together in fairly perfect harmony, actually. This just is working at the moment. Hi there, yellow guy. Man, Vancouver, you have a nasty habit of just spawning shit in the worst fucking places. You know that, right? Are you aware of that as like a city? Is that a point of pride for the British Columbians that I'm not aware of? British Columbians are either people who live in Vancouver or very posh residents of Bogota. Get it? Colombia. Also, do they pronounce it Bogota or Bogota or something else? All right, let's take... I guess we'll take a tunnel. I mean, we do have rocks up here. It's possible that we'll need to get through those rocks at some point. I don't necessarily know when that point would be, but it is a problem for future Goog. Present Goog has the problem of this yellow business. And that is a problem. So I think what we're going to do about that is wine. And then we're going to take... we're going to do this. So these 3 yellow houses right here go up motorway number 2 into this business. Now... thanks to the presence and eventuality of this yellow guy, they're also going to throw themselves at that gaping maw of death. And, well, generally when you throw yourself into a gaping maw of death, something bad happens, but it could be fine. We don't know that. Just because it's a gaping death maw doesn't mean it's automatically bad, right? And, probably does mean it's generally bad. It's most likely bad, but you know, maybe it won't be. Maybe we'll have fun and adventurous times with things. You are a very convenient green spawn. You'll come down this way. You are... we'll just point you that way. I could have looped this guy up and around and over, but fuck it. These two greens, not presently doing anything. These two yellows. If I had a bridge or a motorway... Yeah, getting a bridge or a motorway would allow me to put these two yellows to work serving this business, and that would make life a lot easier over here. So naturally, we get a choice between traffic lights and roundabout because fuck me, I guess. Samurai Sam wishes to remember a guy, and that guy is Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, one of the greatest and most successful quarterbacks in the history of the National Football League, which is what you're contractually mandated to call the NFL. I don't know if people knew that. Let's see here. First of all, we've got this blue guy up here. Not necessarily a fan of that, but let's see here. I think the best way to get blues over to here is to skidoo in this manner. You two blues hop on this road going up to motorway number 1. And now, I think if I do this road here does connect to the eastern entrance of this plaza. My thinking is any cars that are going to this plaza will still bear left right here, because doing it this way is shorter than doing it this way, at least to get into the plaza. Then, coming out of here, they'll turn anything that wants to actually go up this way will do that. So cars come up here, and okay, we do still have them bearing left and going off that way, and anything that goes off here, like any blues that come this way, are heading for this business. Okay. So for once, something is working exactly the way I intended it to, which is good. That's always good. Peyton Manning was an excellent goddamn quarterback. Listen, with the benefit of hindsight and the fact that he did wind up winning a couple of Super Bowls, I have very, very little bad to say about Peyton Manning as a professional athlete. In the moment, there was a big heated rivalry, of course, between Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, which I think was largely cooked up by the media. Like, I think Tom Brady and Peyton Manning always, got along as dudes. They did have that fierce competitorliness about them for a while. Incidentally, we've added a third yellow business to this yellow clusterfuck, so if you're looking for shit that's gonna kill me, behold, shit that's gonna kill me. Let's see here. One business, one house. I mean, kind of. We do have 3 houses presently tasked with the maintenance of 3 businesses, so that's a problem. All right, here's another bridge. This other bridge is probably going to help a lot, actually, because we do now have these 2 yellows right here. Okay. Let's grab these 3 yellow houses. And now these 4 yellow houses. Okay. These 4 yellow houses. What if y'all just straightly shot up to here? We've got... All right, I have an idea. Boom, and boom, and boom. And now... Voosh. Like that. This is a PCTL. Okay. So these 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow houses go straight up here. I'm a little bit tight on road tile, Sam. We're having to stretch and improvise here. I think I'll make it work, but I appreciate your concern. It's very well placed. So these 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow houses right here. They go up here. They take a big, long jump over English Bay. And then they hit a traffic light here, go up to that business, or they go straight shottedly over to here into that business. Now, that means that these 1, 2, 3 yellow houses here can dedicate themselves solely to the love and support of this, and this is at least fine. Like this yellow business rather, not a problem. Every other yellow business, fucked. These two yellows are, I think if I had just, like, if these had started from nothing, they might have been okay for a while under this scenario. At present, I'm pretty sure this is fucked and gonna die. But, you know, it's fucked and gonna die in novel and interesting ways, at least. So Peyton Manning is the son of a very good professional former professional quarterback, not professional former quarterback. I think at this point, if he has a profession, it's Peyton and Eli Manning's dad, but former professional quarterback Archie Manning, patriarch of what is turning out to be the Manning dynasty, progenitor of two very good quarterbacks and also Arch Manning. Lol, Arch Manning. There was a bit of time where Peyton Manning's best receiver was Ty Law. That was fun. It was fun for there to be Peyton Manning, this, you know, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, who also fucking sucks against my football team. That was fun. I'm not gonna lie. It was very enjoyable to be a Patriots fan in like 2002, 2003, and you know, every time Peyton Manning faces the Patriots, he shits the fucking bed. That was fun. It was good times. And then, you know, he actually won some of those very close and competitive football games, and stopped being fun for a while. Like the 2006 AFC Championship game, not a good time. Not a good time. Started as a good time. We don't talk about the 2006 AFC Championship game. Here's a little insight into sports. I think this is just sports fandom. There are three possibilities about what this could be. This could be an insight into sports fandom in general, or the particular psyche of the New England sports fan, or my fucked up brain. It's one of those three. I'm going to say that it's sports in general. The New England Patriots, all right? Over the last 25 years now, the New England Patriots have been the best, overall the best franchise in football. They've won 7 Super Bowls. They've had a head coach who many believe to be the greatest head coach of all time. I thought it was 7. Is it only 6? Okay, Brady won 7. All right, well, they've had a head coach who many believe to be the best head coach of all time. They've had a quarterback who many believe to be the best quarterback of all time. They have been, on a broad scale, excellent for 25 years. There have been a couple of years in there where they've been bad, but for the most part, they've been excellent. Also, this season, turns out they might have another great young quarterback, and they might just be raring to go back for another long-term playoff run. Let's do it again, buddy. Okay. Also, they had like one of the greatest tight ends of all time. They had a bunch of great running backs, and they had a tremendous defense. The Patriots have been historically great for 25 years. I'm 38 years old. For the majority of the time that I have been on this earth, my favorite football team has been one of the best football teams in football. They've won, again, 6 championships. Is unfucking believable, right? If you go to any Patriots fan who's been following the team for as long as I've been following the team, they can talk at length about games the Patriots lost. The 2006 AFC Championship game, Super Bowl 42, Super Bowl 46, whichever number the Super Bowl against the Eagles was. All of this glory and all of this success and all of this championshiping of the football teams. And we can talk at length about shit that they did wrong. Times they fucked up. Stupid, annoying shit. There's a play that the Patriots run. Here's another example. There's a play that I should really just play because this is going to go bad. There's a play that the Patriots run a lot when they're in very short yardage situations. The play is, it's like, imagine it's 4th and 1, 4th and 2. You absolutely need to get a yard. The play goes as follows. You line up in shotgun, and the running back stands unnaturally close to the quarterback. Like, ordinarily, when you're in the shotgun formation, the running back is a good 2 big steps to the right or the left of the quarterback. We're talking, Sam's referencing a regular season football game. Sam is referencing a regular season football game. One random ass Sunday night football game that the Patriots lost to the Colts, by the way, because we're talking about Peyton Manning. This is Remember Peyton Manning. Sam just referenced a regular season football game. I couldn't tell you what year it was. I think there's a decent chance the Patriots wound up winning the fucking Super Bowl that year. And yet, not only did Sam reference a regular season football game, I know what the reference is. Just by talking about a random ass down and distance and saying it with a particular textual inflection, I know the exact fucking play that Sam is referencing. It was a good call, bad route running. Kevin Falk should have taken another step. Back to the point I was making. So there's one particular play that the Patriots run very often, particularly during their dynasty. I haven't seen the Drake May Patriots do it too often, but it's 4th and 1, it's 4th and 2. You line up in shotgun. The running back stands unnaturally close to the quarterback. Like ordinarily, the running back is 2 big steps to the right of the quarterback. In this formation, the running back has his hand in the quarterback's pocket. Because the play is a direct snap to the running back, the quarterback acts as though the ball has been snapped over his head, turns around and runs backwards like a dumbass. And then the running back, having received the surprise direct snap, plunges straight forward into the line of scrimmage and hopefully gets 2 yards and a first down. The Patriots ran this play so often in goal-to-go, 2-point conversion, 4th and 1 situations during the course of the Belichick and Brady dynasty that Patriots fans could see it coming. I, a jamoke who watches football on television and plays Madden sometimes, could see it coming. During their comeback in Super Bowl 53 against the Atlanta Falcons, the Patriots needed to convert, I think, 2 2-point conversions, maybe 3. On one of those 2-point conversions, they ran that play. And I could see it coming. And I was like, oh God, don't do that. No, don't do that. It's so obvious. Don't do that. I was so mad at the Patriots for running that play. They ran that play and it worked. And I still remember it and am mad about it a decade later. God. What were we talking about? Oh, right. Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was a historically great quarterback, and for purposes of this conversation, we're not going to bother talking about the lady he probably sexually assaulted when he was in college. It's fine. Well, it's not fine, but sports. What are we doing about this business down here, by the way? This business down here is kind of doom-fucked, so that's not good. Let's, I guess... Man, I do not have an answer. Really do not have an answer. What I'm going to do is get this yellow up to here so I can pretend that that's useful. And then... Yeesh. I guess the answer is Allen Iverson. Naturally, we are talking about practice. Sort of. Were we talking about practice? Can we pretend that we were talking about practice? Here, let's redraw this to have a PCTL right there. Okay. So that ostensibly gets these greens down here via methods. That's fine. Everybody go. And now, we've got 2 yellow businesses that are presently unaccounted for. Not 1, 2. You might as well go down that away. So the 2 of these yellows serve that yellow. That's fine. These yellows, you remember when I drew this and I said that these yellows were eventually fucked? Well, it's eventually. You come out that away. You might as well go there. We've got so many yellows coming over here and not helping anything. All right, dead Goog could be dead. I mean, probably. Let's see here. I do sort of think there might, well, problem is this thing. Like, I think there might be enough yellow going on here to actually save this. It's a lot of yellow, to be fair. I'm going to draw a roundabout right here about. So that we can have you come in here, and you go in there, and you go up there. And since we're doing a roundabout, we might as well have you go in there. And now all of these yellows come together and go up that way. That might be better for these two. I have no idea what to do about this, though. Like, the best closest thing I have to an answer for what to do about this is yoink this and try to just overfuck this business. Sam is encouraging me to roll over and die, which tells me that I'm getting fairly close to his score. So, all right. We got a whole bunch more yellow coming up this way, hopefully saving these two businesses. I don't necessarily believe that's going to happen, but we'll try. You 6 yellow houses need to swing over here. Okay. Is this actually going to be supported and good? Maybe. Possibly. Oh, these grays are starting to get mad. Well, okay, I understand that. I was a little confused at first, but upon further examination, no, it does make sense. We presently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gray houses serving 2 circles, which isn't great. And we have 3 gray houses serving these 2 squares, which is also not great. So, again, more motorways. Like, more motorways would solve everything. And yet. Let's see. Oh, and this green is mad on account of, well, I mean, just look at it. Of course it's mad. Something just rounded itself. Was that a helpful circling? I didn't see what it was. Oh, it was this guy. This guy went circular. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care about that. Let's see here. We've got, I think I'm going to let one more cycle go with this yellow house. Yeah, this last car will be the last car. We're going to then reroute motorway number 2 up to here to sustain this business. So these 2 yellows at least will make it to the weekend. I don't know about anything else, but all right. You know what, green guy? I need this one house to sustain this one business for a while because we need everything else to not die. Red dirt. Hey, another green spawn. Thank you, friendly greenhouse fucker. Okay. This yellow business got mad on account of being ignored for a while, but now it is being serviced, so it should be okay. These greens are still angry and actually might be the thing what kills me. Yeah, actually, I think these greens down here are going to be the thing what kills me. Well, that's disappointing. I was hoping for something more dramatic than that, but oh well. Let's see here. So I've got these yellows, this yellow here. Yeah, this green business is dead. Because we've got this car coming in is going to take one of those pips. This car coming in is going to take another one of those pips. There's no third car coming in until you get all the way up to this car. Yeah, this just dead. Okay. I was going to draw something stupid for the yellows, but we don't need that. All right, 2,084 commuters over 98 days is not as good as Samurai Sam. It is top 20% in the world, not a horrendous score. Hey, we were getting pretty close. That's something. And yet, go ahead and drop those slams in the chat. I just realized I didn't set up the Wordle box. Oops. All right, well, let's improvise us a Wordle box, shall we? Let's make sure that that's not actually showing, which it should be. Voop. And voop. And we'll go to Wordle. I recently went to Wordle.com because I'm stupid and realized that Wordle is not at Wordle.com. In fact, nothing's at Wordle.com. It's being poached and sat upon and such. Can I go to ImmaculateGrid.com? I can. So Immaculate Grid moved, which is fine. Account holders may need to log back in. Well, I don't remember if I'm ever logged in. Let's see here. Now, if we grab that and we shoot that, like so. We have our friend the Wordle. Hello, the Wordle. The Wordle today is Grant. I don't know why, but it could be. Man, I saw that green G and I got very excited for just a second. It's not Grant, but we do have a fair amount of stuff, so that's nice. It could be Geary. It's not going to be Gears because that's a 4-letter version of a 5-letter version of a 5-letter plural of a 4-letter noun. That's the thing I was trying to say. Geary, it turns out, not a word. So, it could be guard. Could absolutely be guard. Guard has the advantage of being, a word. Let's see here. It's not guard, although it could have been. It could be glare. Absolutely nothing saying that it's not glare. It is, in fact, glare. Good job, Goog. It's impressive, solid wordling. Oh, let's jump into Time Guesser. We have cat at a Japanese place. I think you're a famous Japanese cat. Are you a famous Japanese cat? I think this might be a famous Japanese cat. I say that in part because there are people taking pictures of it. Famous Japanese cat is, of course, one of the titles of the episode. Come on now. People do take pictures of cats. That's true. That's a fair and accurate statement. This appears to be a fairly modern phone we got going on here. We're going to say we're in Ginza, Japan, which I'm just going to assume is a neighborhood of Tokyo. We're in Tokyo, Japan. Look at the kitty. Aw, this looks like a reasonably comfy old kitty with a nice purple collar thing. That's nice. The kitty. All right. We are in Tokyo, Japan in 23. Yeah, it could be 23. Is there an obviously labeled neighborhood of Tokyo called Ginza? Can I find that in like a second? Am I going to give up and just go to Shinagawa? I might just give up and go to Shinagawa. Hey, look, Shinagawa. We're in Shinagawa, Tokyo in 23. It is, in fact, a calico cat known as the Nico of Ginza. Ginza's up north somewhere. But we are in Tokyo, and it was 2012. Okay. I don't see anything here that would have given that away. Maybe I could have identified the phone better. Next. Hey, we got us some... Okay, my first thought was Pennsylvania Dutch country. I'm going to go not that, given the Hebrew script on the bus here. Phones looked older. Well, you were right, Sam. They are indeed older. All right. It is fucking pouring rain in Jerusalem, I think, is the status of this here. So we've got... I don't know. Is this guy protesting? Is he intentionally stopping this bus, or is he just mad about having dropped his Popeyes? Because it kind of looks like he just had a bag of food that the bottom fell out of, and it fell everywhere, and he's real sad. Like, this dude and his kid were looking forward to having fried chicken for dinner, and now their fried chicken is soaked, and he's exceedingly upset about it. I should probably shut up, because I'm probably trivializing a very important thing this guy's doing, but it is what it looks like. I'm just going to say that is what it looks like. Instead, let's say that these are folks in Jerusalem protesting... probably just the genocide. Like, yeah. Probably just the genocide would be a decent title of an episode, but no, I don't think we'll be doing that. Instead, do you have? I thought he might have a phone or something. I don't know. I do like the purpose-built hat covers because listen, you got to wear your hat, but also it's fucking raining. I don't quite understand why we didn't just go with umbrellas, but there's probably a reason. Let's say we are right about there, and it is... Can I have anything that gives me an actual when? Because if I can't find an actual when, we're just gonna say yesterday. Yeah, okay. We're just gonna say yesterday. Oh, hey! Oh, that's a water cannon. That would explain how much it's Raining. Okay, awesome. Yep. Okay, so this guy was in fact doing a genocide protest, and then he was police brutality. So that's nice. That's great. Good job, Israel. Real bang-up country you got there. So we're in Mexico for round 3. Specifically, Pacific Boulevard in the city of Huntington Park, which I will note is not Mexico. So I'm very glad I zoomed in on this sign. We are, in fact, in Huntington Park, California, which is close to Mexico, hence the Mexico. All right. Y'all are presumably California State Police. That'll be exactly what is on your badge here. California State Police. And the real question is, when is this? And, I mean, my first thought is 1991. Are these part of the Rodney King protests? But I could be wrong about that. On the other hand, I could be right about that. Like all of these cars would have broadly been in place in 1991. Cop uniforms tend to check out. This fit over here. Now, granted, all of this could be today. Like, the only car that is really, truly out of place today is probably the station wagon in front of this thing. To a certain degree, this thing. I don't know why there would be a Mexican flag in 1991, but it's Southern California. Do you need a reason to fly a Mexican flag? I would say no. All right. So let's go to Huntington Park, California, which is presumably in the southern part of it. And are we going to say that you're a suburb of LA, Huntington Park? Oh, yes. Yes, we are. Given that you have a whole entire dot on your special map here. All right, fine. So we are in Huntington Park, California. And on basically a hunch, I'm going to say that it's 1991. It is indeed 1994 World Cup. That also makes sense. Could be soccer. Could always be soccer. All right. There was an impromptu street. Hold on. Y'all had a draw against Italy in the World Cup and decided that called for a... Okay. All right. Listen, I got very close both in time and place. We take those. Next. Hello, scooter friends. We've got our scooter. Oh, God. We've also got a panaderia and a pasteleria. This is where you get bread and paint. You can also have a cafeteria with tortas and delicatesses and charcuteries. Cool. So this is where Colby goes to get lunch. This is the esoteric library of La Merced, California, which, man, given all of the Spanish, I would not have guessed California. You can laminate your documents, make photocopies. Okay. I understand this side. Great. Except perhaps this part. The CA doesn't feel right. I could be misinterpreting that. Oh, let's see. What do we have here? We have, Oh, I'm so glad I zoomed in on that license plate. That's fucking Venezuela. We're in Venezuela. Thank you, Venezuelan license plate. Is there anything else here that would have given away that we're in Venezuela? Oh, man. All right. So we're in Venezuela. We have a whole bunch of nifty-looking vehicles. We got a Volkswagen Beetle here. We got a traditional hot roddy muscle car type deal. We got motorcycles and scooters. Okay. So this is... I like this guy's shirt. I want that guy's shirt. I also want that guy's general swag and vibe and being 200 pounds lighter than I am. That would be nice. Anyway, our friend over here, I want to draw attention to this guy who does not have a motorcycle helmet, but does have a hard hat and is making it work. Do you at least have a chin strap on that thing? You don't really have a chin strap on your hard hat, buddy. I kind of wish you had a chin strap. Other than that, good job. It is 1986. Yeah, okay. So we're in Caracas is a city in Venezuela, right? Caracas is indeed a city in Venezuela. In fact, it's the big one. So we're in Caracas, Venezuela, and it is 1986. That all stands. It seems fairly reasonable. It is indeed Caracas, Venezuela in 1988. Good job, Goog. Next. All right, we've got jolly old England. Seems reasonable. We have a Pontiac. Oh no, this is we're doing Juistitudes. Oh, okay. So obviously we're at Platilbacherij Zento, which I don't recall being in England. You know, there are a number of odd place names in England, but I don't believe that Platilbacherij Zentel counts as one of them. So we might need to rethink our general placemanship. This is the entrance of the Hedin-Madag Hedin-Avand. Hold on. Is this like a binary choice here? Do we get to decide whether we're Hedin-Madag or Hedin-Avand? Interesting. Oh, this one's in cursive. That's not fair. Son of a Swiss bastard. This is Volkendog, generalized, gentrified pepperoni, Midas 6 to 19 euro, entry 75 pounds for the Kraken. You can see the Kraken for 50 cents. The endangered envoy is sort of a douchebag. This is exactly what this sign says, by the way. Okay. Over here, we have not quite the same exact sign, thank God. This gets you into it on Wednesdays. So on Wednesdays, we have the popular Voorstelling. You can enter for 10 to 13-year-olds for 25 cents, or old people for 10 cents. And then the Meta-Resking, something, Le Bombardier, incidentally, El Boog. Okay. Man, I love reading signs. Where the hell are we? I wanted to say Switzerland, because, like, you've got a little bit of French going on and a little bit of Scandinavian and, oh, Lord, something that seems vaguely German. And where else are you going to be French and Scandinavian and sort of faintly German, other than Switzerland? It also has the advantage of being generally centrally European. So, like, if it turns out we're in France, we're kind of close. If it turns out we're in Germany, we're kind of close. If it turns out we're in any of these, we're kind of close. Yeah, I do kind of. It's Czechia. All this time I was extolling the geographic placement of Switzerland as Czechia. This is Switzerland. Well, it goes to show that you really should check yourself before you wreck yourself. We are in Zurich, Switzerland in 1931. We were, in fact, in Amsterdam, Netherlands in 1950. But I've done better than Sam, so that's nice. 41,008 sure is a time-guessing score. It's probably best that Sunflare Space wasn't here, both because she would have torn me to shreds for my pronunciation, and because Sam would have been mad that she told me that we were in the Netherlands. But, you know. We need, for today's Immaculate Grid, Red Sox, Orioles, Cubs, dudes what had 2,000 Ks in their career, dudes what played third base, and Rookies of the Year. I am also bad at recognizing Dutch. I'm sure there's a tell. There's gotta be a tell. It might just be the double lettering. Like, maybe if there's double letters in a weird place, it's a telltale Dutchness. I don't know. Let's see here. The telltale Dutchness is the weird hybrid of two very famous pieces of literature. It's more famous than The Flying Heart. So we've got that going on. A Boston Red Sox pitcher who had 2,000 Ks in his career is, of course, John Smoltz. Most famous and only Boston Red Sox pitcher who ever had 2,000 Ks. I can never think of another one. A Boston Red Sox player who played at third base is one of my favorite deep cuts, Andy Marte. What do you mean that... He was a Red Sox prospect and they traded him to the Guardians. God damn it. So a dude who played third base for the Red Sox is John Valentin. Most notably a shortstop and occasional second baseman, but they tried him at third when they had this hotshot named Garcia Parra come up. He was eventually mad about that and requested a trade, but, you know, John Valentin, good shortstop. Boston Red Sox dude who won Rookie of the Year is the aforementioned Mr. Garcia Parra. He won that title. An Oriole who played third base is Manny Machado. I don't know, they probably played J.J. Hardy there once. He was mostly a shortstop, but nope. Okay, listen, I already fucked up, so if I hadn't already fucked up, I wouldn't have done that, but I had already fucked up. Let's try Billy Ripken as an Oriole who played third base. Does not have a photo. Gee, I wonder why there's no photo of Billy Ripken. It's not like there's a rather famous image you could pull. Sports Reference. Oh, God. Oh. It's probably, yeah, he has a photo on his baseball reference page. I don't know. It could honestly just be a very subtle reference to the most famous picture of Billy Ripken. If y'all don't know, and I suppose we can pull this in over here. Let's just Google Billy Ripken error card. Yeah, error card. Sure, that's what it was. It was an error. So one time Billy Ripken was taking a photo for a baseball card, which is a thing that happens, you know. Dudes do. Not every baseball card features an action shot. Some of them feature a posed smiling photo. And Mr. Ripken decided that, you know, you've got Billy Ripken here. He's, you know, smiling, happy third base dude. Baseball cards are cool. This is nice. So, you know, he's like, hey, Billy, grab a bat. You know, let's take a photo. And Billy, to his infinite credit, again, this is the FF error card. No errors were made in the production of this baseball card. Mr. Ripken knew that this was a potentiality. He had prepared, and he decided to write a little message on the knob of his baseball bat. And it made print. This card got printed. Oh, Billy Ripken, you're fun. You were so fucking bad at baseball, Bill. Oh, well. Chicago Cub who amassed 2,000 strikeouts in his career is, Fergie Jenkins. Stands to reason. Chicago Cub who played third base is Chris Bryant. Doot and doot. And a Baltimore Oriole who had 2,000 strikeouts is Michael Musina. It's a fair and accurate statement. That is a shameful, horrible, immaculate grid, but at least we didn't have to think of 2 more Rookies of the Year. It's got that going for it. Folks, that is going to do it for us here today on Good Morning Mini Motorways. I fully intend to be back tomorrow morning for another edition, and then tomorrow evening for... I was going to say Cyberpunk 2077. That is wrong. Tomorrow evening, we intend to be back for Hades 2, which remains a good and fun video game. Of course, work schedules being work schedules. We'll see how it all works out. Bottom line, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.